everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Maggie. Today we have a project pan update. So I picked 10 products in January to start panning, and I'm excited to share with you the 1 month update. I've been keeping track of my usages, and then for a few of them I have like progress lines to look at. So let's go ahead and dive in. I'm super excited because I have finished one goal already, so we'll be rolling something new in. So let's start there. I have two lipsticks in the project. The first one is this e.l.f. What is this one? The Hydrating Core Shine, and this is the shade Happy. This is the second one I've gone through. It is such a good My Lips But Better type shade, and I have used as much as I can. So there is a little kind of heart in the center. That's the Core Shine, hydration, whatever. That's always the last piece to wear down. So all of the color is done. I can't really get any more color on my lips from this. It's just rubbing up against the plastic, but there is a little bit of that core hydration clear stuff that I'm not gonna wear that down. So this is officially done. It took me, let's see here, where are my notes? It took me 31 uses. What I've been doing is just keeping it here at my desk, and I end up reapplying it at least 3 times a day. Usually like when I, go into a meeting, or if I just eat lunch and then I'll put something on. So that's been a good strategy. I definitely will use that strategy for other lip products this year, but I'm really excited to already have one done. I do have a little diagram here of where it was. Hopefully this will focus and you can see it. So you can see I just had a little nub left, and I did end up using all of that up within those 31 uses. So very exciting stuff. Let's talk about my other lip product that's in here. This is a YSL lipstick. This is this Rouge Philippe Shine. I believe this is shade 44 because I don't see any other name. It's this really pretty light pink shade. I've really been loving it. It's kind of a cooler baby pink. And for this one, I've used it 24 times. My goal is to use it 40 times, and then I will roll it out. So it's not necessarily to finish it all the way up, just to get some good usage on it. So yeah, I have a good amount left of the product, but I have used up some as well. So let me show you the lines here in my notebook so you can see the progress I've made. So my updated line is in the pink. You can see that I have used up just a little bit up here. So I'm happy with that. I mean, that's a good amount of usage. And if I stay on track with that, I used it 24 times this past month, and then I should be able to roll this out at the next update if I keep using it. And I've pretty much just been putting this on as my immediate lip product when I do my makeup. And then throughout the day, I was reapplying the e.l.f. one. So that was working for me. Maybe I'll keep doing that as we go forward. So those are the lip products. Let's talk about some powder face products. I'll start with my loose powder. This is from Too Faced. It's the Peach Perfect loose powder. I'm so sad that this was discontinued years ago, but I'm finally over it and realize I just need to finish it up. So this is a translucent powder. I'm using it each day to kind of set down any concealer. I have oily skin, so I really do prefer a powder product. It just helps with kind of keeping me matte. So I do a light dusting of this, and then I do a powder foundation over that for a little bit of coverage, and that's been working well for me. So this is the progress. You can see the line I started at, and then this is where I am now. So a good, little chunk there. One thing to keep in mind is that this packaging tapers. So for the next update, we might see a bigger jump, but it's because where I'm measuring, this is getting smaller at the bottom. But I'm happy with this. I think I've got probably 2 more months on this one. Let me see here. According to my notes, I used it 20 times this past month. So that's pretty good. And I'll just keep using it. And, one day it'll be finished. But I'm not using a ton of it. I'm not setting a liquid foundation or anything like that. It's just a quick dusting really to set my under eye concealer and any other concealer, and then just add a little bit more oil control. Speaking of under eye concealer, let's talk about my under eye setting powder. So I do use this all over, and then I use a specific brightening under eye powder. So this is the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder in Diffused Light. This is the mini, of course. I really like that I can buy in minis because I really just use it in a targeted area. So this is what it's looking like right now. My goal is to finish it up. I haven't hit pan in it yet, but this is something, again, it's kind of part of my staple routine where I just do a little bit of dusting on my eyes. Even if I'm not wearing concealer, I can put a little bit of dusting on this, and it just helps brighten because of the kind of yellowy brightness tone of it. It just works really well for me. So I have used this one 18 times this past month. Again, this will be kind of like a long haul product. This is one that will be with me probably to the end of the year, but that's fine with me because I know I'm getting my usage out of it. So happy with this one, and I'll just keep chugging away. Hopefully, you know, before summer I could see pan, and then it gets more exciting to track because we can see the pan grow and all that fun stuff. Also from Hourglass, let's switch gears. I have a blush and a highlight. So this is a Hourglass Face Quad. This is from 2020 holiday season. And all I have left in here is a blush and a highlight. So I will do a comparison shot here because the highlighter does have pan on it and we'll be able to see some progress. So hopefully that's nice and satisfying for you. So starting with the highlight, my goal is to finish the highlight all the way off. I'm, of course, kind of focusing my brush on where my pan is and just moving this way, though the whole pan itself is pretty flat. I mean, it's a little domed, but not as domed as the blush. So this should be pretty easy for me to just keep working my way kind of up the pan or down the pan, whichever way you're looking at it. So for the highlight, this has been the only highlight I've been using. It's just easy for me to grab. I have an everyday makeup basket that these Project Pan items live in with a few other products, and this is just easy for me to use. So the highlight I've used 21 times in the past month, which I feel good about, and we'll just see how long it takes me to finish it all the way up. The blush in here is a nice kind of rose colored blush. My goal is to use it 75 times. So within the first month, I used it 9 times, which is right on track. I figured I just need to use it, you know, 6 or 7 times each month. The thing with this blush is I like it, but I've been using it a ton from the end of last year into now. And so I'm just a little bit burnt out on it. So I figured if I do a usage goal and it's 75 for the whole year, and I can, you know, kind of break that down by month and know, okay, I want to use it, you know, 7-ish times a month, that makes it feel much more manageable, where like once I hit those 7 uses, then I feel a little bit more freedom to use the other blushes. And I do have another blush in this project, but yeah, this is one I'm just burning out a little bit on. So taking little chunks each month will be my strategy. I'm not looking to use all 75 up right away. I think this is just going to be one that'll be consistently in my project, which makes sense because this highlighter is going to take me mostly a year to finish up all anyway. So yeah, that's where I'm at. 9 uses in the blush, and that is it for this palette. I did mention I have another blush in here. This one's from Milani. This is the Rose powder blush in 01, the lightest shade. It's a matte blush with this kind of rose motif. Mine is starting to wear away more, which is exciting. This one, I have a usage goal to use it 40 times. I have used it 12 times in the past month. So I wouldn't say I see a ton of difference. Maybe it's just a little bit more flat on the top, like of where the embossing is and everything. But this is one of my favorite blushes. I especially love it for winter time when it is very, I don't know, like I don't need a lot of color when I'm this pale to make it look like I've got some blush on my cheek. So I just really love this one. It goes with every eye look. It's just a nice neutral blush. So happy to have this in the project. And this is one that, again, it's just kind of like my buffer. When I don't want to use this one, I've got this one to use then. So what I say, I've got 12 uses, so quite a few to go, but I'm happy to keep it in, not rushing to get this one out by any means. I also have a Milani bronzer in here, and my goal for the bronzer is to hit pan on it. So this is what it looks like. This is the Sunlight Silky Matte bronzer. I also have the shade 01. There was definitely more of a sun kind of embossing when I started, and it is wearing away in the center where my bronzer brush goes. And so I'm happy with that. Again, I think this will take me a while. I'm pretty light-handed with bronzer, even though this one is a great match for me because it's so light. I still am not like caking it on and trying to look, you know, like it's the middle of summer. I'm just trying to add a little bit of definition to my face so I'm not as flat. So this is something, again, will probably take me a while, but I'm happy with where I'm at. So far, I have used it 22 times. So I've been getting, you know, some solid use on it. It's the only bronzer I'm using. So this is pretty easy for me to reach for because it's just the only choice and I like it. So it's not like it's a mental battle for me to fight this one, to use it or anything like that. It's just great. So those are the powder face products. I also have a Milani setting spray. This is the Make It Last Matte. I prefer the original over the matte one, even though I do have oily skin. This one doesn't really do anything special for me. Because of the packaging, I can't see in here to know. So just by listening to it, I think I'm right about here. Like we're almost done with this one. I use this to set my makeup, and then I also use a spray or two of this on the back of my hand, and then I will wet an eyeshadow brush and then dip it into a dark eyeshadow and use it as eyeliner. So I am getting kind of like dual purpose out of this, which helps me use it up a little bit quicker. But yeah, it's just not my favorite. I'll be happy when it's gone. I already have the original formula waiting for me in my collection. So yeah, it's just kind of, I don't know, probably another week and a half, and then this will be done. So that's exciting. Okay, and then the last product that I'm working on is a single eyeshadow from Wet n Wild. This is the shade Brulee. My goal for this is to finish it all the way up. I've used it 26 times. So I don't have pan yet, but I use this every time I do eyeshadow. So I put on eye primer and then I set that down with this. It's also my brow bone highlight. And I really like that I can use a little bit of this on a fluffy brush to kind of be an eraser of sorts. If anything gets too dark for my preference or I'm not liking a placement of something, I can just dip in here and kind of blend it off, or at least really lighten it so it's not as maybe stark on my eyes. But I haven't hit pan on this one yet. Certainly that'll be the first step to finishing it up. I do have a couple of these in my collection, so I will use it, open another one, use that one. Like this is just a standard for me. So this is kind of like an autopilot one, and I thought it'd be fun to put into this project. I am doing a Pan That palette, which is focusing on other shadows. But certainly if I can use this one, hit pan, and then finish it up, it will influence my pan percentage that I'm tracking in that series. So those are the 10 items that I've been working on. Let me introduce to you the product I'm going to be bringing in. So my e.l.f. Hydrating Core Lip Shine. I don't know why I can't remember that. And Happy is going out. I actually have another one of the formula, just in a different color. So this is the e.l.f. Hydrating Core Shine in the shade Joyful. It is this really pretty kind of pinky shade. I mean, not like too crazy. Because it's such a hydrating formula, it's not going to be like the most impactful color-wise, but I do like it. And my plan is to finish it all the way up as well. So this one, I don't have a ton left in here either. So I have started a marker on my planner sheet. I'll show you in a second. And I think my strategy will be just the same, is that I'll probably keep it here at my desk, and it will be my go-to kind of lip color throughout the day. And if I can apply it, 2-3 times a day, that's fantastic. So this is the e.l.f. Joyful starting point. I just laid it against the paper and made a mark of where it is as far as like standing up here. So we'll see what kind of progress I can make in the first month. I don't expect to finish it up right away. It's a slightly taller than the other one, but I might surprise myself. I might whip through it. You never know. So this is rolling in. This is rolling out as an empty, which is exciting. And that is my project pan update. I hope you have enjoyed. Let me know what you're working on for your project pan. For me, typically lip products are very hard to pan, so I'm very impressed with myself that I've already finished up one for the year. I think obviously because I've been using these in years past, there's not a ton left in them. That gives me a head start, but I'm really proud of the progress nonetheless, and another empty. And I do have an empties video coming up at the end of the month, so it'll be exciting to talk about it again there. So that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching. I hope you are doing well, and I will see you in my next video.